Hi, gardeners. First and foremost, I hope you all received your materials for seed starting. Hopefully, you have planted those seeds and you are caring for them. Perhaps the seeds you planted have germinated by now, which means that they have sprouted and they have roots below the soil. Speaking of soil,
Welcome to Lesson 5, Garden Soils, Composting, and Worms. The main focus of this lesson is for you to understand what soil is made of, how it works, and what lives in the soil. By learning about the process of composting and a worm's role for breaking down organic matter, you will begin to understand how you can participate in the practice of composting to create soil full of nutrients for the garden.
so let's start by learning about what soil is made of and how it's made. Soil is made of tiny pieces of ground up rock and organic materials. An organic material is something that is living, like microorganisms in the soil, something that was once living, like dead leaves, or comes from something that was once living, like perhaps a banana peel. On the other hand, inorganic material is something that was never alive, such as the ground up rock in soil. So we have inorganic material and organic material in soil. And we can compost materials that are organic, but not inorganic materials.
That's great information, Mrs. Warren. So let's do some practice sorting organic and inorganic materials. First, we have leaves. Are they compostable? Yes, they can be composted. And the reason is because they came from something living, a tree. Here we have a plastic bottle. Can this be composted? No, it can't. And it can't because it didn't come from something living. It's plastic. Let's see here. We have some ends of broccoli. That can be composted because it came from something living, a vegetable. Here we have glass. Glass is not living, so it cannot be composted. Let's see, here we have some eggshells. Eggshells came from something living, so yes, they can be composted. Other things that can be composted: banana peels, strawberry rinds. Things that can't be: tin can, because this was not living, and a bouncy ball. That was rubber. Rubber's not living. Now here's a tricky one that tends to get a lot of people. Paper. Paper can actually be composted. And the reason why it can be composted is because what does paper come from? Yeah, trees.
That's awesome. Thank you for those examples, Miss Luce. Don't forget that we love worms. So before planting in your garden, do a worm dig to find and observe a worm. Worms are super important. They make burrows in the soil that loosen the soil and make better pathways for water as well. If you're interested in starting a vermicompost bin, which is a compost bin with worms, check out the extension activities in the Lesson 5 handout. Have fun growing and gardening.